Hi, everyone. All right, let me know. Can you hear me? Or if I have to turn my volume down. Oh, it's good to see you guys. It's been so long since I've gone live. Sorry, answering Discord messages. Oh, wow, you actually received an alert? Wow, I'm shocked. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I noticed after, because I changed the time like twice because I thought I would be home. Does it sound muffled? Uh, how's that? Frauditor, Wrangler, felon. Is that better? Um, thank you, Sue Bear. Hey, Miss Tom. Okay, I'll do a roll call here in a moment. I changed the time twice because I thought I'd be back from mass in time, and then I ended up staying behind. And then I wanted to eat something really quick and not eat while talking because that's just gross. So, uh, yeah, I had to change the time a couple times, and then I realized when I was coming on, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many people live right now. So yeah, if we have a small gathering, I'm gonna love that because it just makes it so much nicer. And this is an open panel, so anybody's welcome up. I just wanted to go live and talk with you guys because a lot of you I haven't spoken to in a while. I've just been so busy. Tomorrow, because I've been working a part-time job that I totally hate. And tomorrow I start the job I've been trying to get for like a month, going, through all these interviews. And I finally got it. And I start tomorrow, and I'm so excited. So I thought, better go live. And then we move into our new house, our new house, um, in a couple weeks. So I'm super excited about that too. Right now we're just in uh, like a temporary rental until we get our new house. Let's see. Now I know Mark Bolton has been here for quite a while, leaving messages and stuff. So, and I know he said he was in Australia, so he's like way past his bedtime. I don't even know if he's still here, and I'm sorry. Sue Bear, Juggy, Mal Bill, Elvin Pyro. Hey, and I know I saw Miss Tom in front of the Wrangler felon. Oh my God, Serenity, yay! I was looking at other stuff and got the notices, and of course, switched up. Oh, nice. Thank you. You do that, Predator Wrangler felon. You do that. Court mandated, of course. Holy crap. I know, Serenity. Oh my God. You have no idea how excited. It's been a lot of work, but a lot of work that's being paid off. And I've just been staying busy doing all kinds of stuff, and then of course making content as much as I can. I've been busy doing things with the gaming channel server and talking to my state senators and representative about something big in the works. Ooh, nice. You're going to have to tell me about that. Oh, well, hello, Mark. I'm glad that you're still with us. Now, nobody freak out, but I did invite Bad to the live stream. So hopefully he shows up. We're not going to speak about Chili. Oh, we definitely will be speaking about Chili. Chili's live, actually. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I changed the time of my live stream and then noticed, like, the trash of YouTube was going live around the same time, and I'm like, Chili's on, and I have no way to stream snipe him, which probably don't want to because I don't want everybody to puke everywhere. Thank you, Frauditor Regular Felon. Enjoyed your Ask Elmo videos. He says I don't though. Oh my God. I miss Bad too. Well, I really can't say I miss Bad. I talk to him daily. Everyone throw up quick. Then we can hear about Chili. Oh, we're gonna hear about Chili anyways, and S Elmo. That video I did on S Elmo this morning, though, like I was mad. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad. The way he kept talking to that lady, it was just pissing me off. Like, who are you telling customers to leave and telling the employee to leave? Like, you're the only one there that has no business to be there. Ew, just throw up. I wish I hadn't have mentioned that now. Yes, Bad is so easy to pick on. Ash Childo. Oh my God, yes, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Huh? No, I'm not in a halfway house. Huh? No. Who said I was in a halfway house? Or no, no, no. I've been waiting on the house that we wanted to, be ready to move into. So we've just been staying in a temporary rental, which was like it's like a month to month instead of a full 1 year lease. So that once the house that we were moving into, once it's ready to be moved into, that's going to be a 1 year lease. Oh, hi, Mordred. Yeah, he only talks that way to women. He's disgusting. I think women just scare the shit out of him. So he has to act more tough towards them because he thinks it's going to scare women. It doesn't. He's he's just gross, and it's like you can see it the minute he walks up to you. He doesn't even have to open his mouth, and you can just see how vile he is. He's just ass Elmo and Chili need to be put on a planet all by themselves, and they can audit each other. Oh yes, okay, Miss Dom. He said halfway house, and I'm like, what? I had to because I've been hearing that I guess Wrangler started some weird rumor that I'm on Suboxone, and I've never been on Suboxone, so I have no clue what that's about. So when you said that, I was like, what the hell? What's being said now? It's like I can't get away from all these made up stories. Oh yeah, and supposedly Brooklyn Audits is a mod in my channel. Yeah, that has never happened. And believe it or not, Pokey started that rumor on Wrangler's channel during his live stream. Oh, that's so gross. That is so gross, Felon. Oh my God. You're right, Elvin Pyro. He is a mini Chili. Exactly, Sue Bear. Exactly. Yes, rumors do make the internet run. Like, without them, people wouldn't know what to talk about. Yeah, it's like I don't understand. Like, is he just nervous, or he just I don't know. He just doesn't know how to talk. Let's just say that if what I am talking to my government officials happens, people like Chili and Frauditor will be going to federal prison. Ooh, nice. That would be something I'd like to work with here in Texas, especially since Elmo was in San Antonio. Exactly, Mouthville. Yes, I mean they're just gonna say what they want. It's it's fine. I mean, people know they can ask me if they want to know if it's true. People who know me personally know it's not true. Oh, well, I'm glad you stopped by, Serenity. Rumor, chili is human. That is so true. That is definitely not a true statement. I mean, let's just face it though, chili has become so much worse. Like every day I watch one of his videos or his live streams, and he just gets worse and worse and worse. This promoting um, of unaliving police and hurting them, it should not be allowed on YouTube, period. I don't understand how YouTube allows him to have a um, an outlet. I just don't understand it. Because if anybody else was to talk like that, that their channel would be gone. And his was gone already once, but then he got it back, and now he thinks that he is completely untouchable, and that he can do and say whatever he wants on YouTube, and YouTube won't do anything about it. And well, guess what? YouTube's not doing anything about it. Oh my God, Felon, you are on a roll tonight. Oh, Sue Bear, yeah, there's definitely frauditors in my state too. The bad thing is they keep coming in and out of my state. Just stay out of it. We have enough wackos here in Texas. Okay, good, Juggy. Thank you. And we've got Chili acting more, talking more violent, promoting more violence every day. And then you've got Ass Elmo out there treating people more and more like shit than he normally did. And then the whole thing with this whole lying, like immediately saying, oh, I have the permission from the postmaster. That language right there, telling it to a police officer, telling it to a postal worker, which, like I have said in my last couple of videos, it's really aggravating because these post offices don't know Poster 7. They don't bother reading it. They have no clue what it says. The two post offices that I have spoken to in the last couple of days um, didn't even know Poster 7 was on the wall. And I'm like, you need to learn Poster 7 because it's going to keep these idiots out. Like, you can immediately make them leave. You can tell them to leave. You can trespass them. That's the problem, though. They're getting away with this because the postal workers don't know anything about Poster 7. And then when the police show up, as someone's going to sit there in line and say, oh, the postmaster gave me permission. Now, I did like that one cop that said, well, where is it? Where's your written permission? You said that he gave you written permission. And then he's like, it's on the wall. I was going to show it to you. But the cop didn't even take a minute to read it. That's where I became aggravated with the cop. I'm like, okay, he just told you it's on the wall. Why didn't you read it? Because if he had read it, he could have dumbed it down and explained it to Ass Elmo to show that he was wrong. Because Ass Elmo likes to hover over and mostly skip over that part where it says for public meetings. He loves skipping over that. Absolutely, Mark. I know it sounds nutty, but I can't help but wonder if frauditors are right-wing CIA, DHS construct to discredit all alt-right and MAGA crowd. So, well, they were doing this well before MAGA even started. So, I mean, I don't know. Oh, wow, Juggy. Okay. Yeah, Chili, not so much. He's always hated people. He's been jealous of the police since he was like 18 years old when he couldn't pass the mental exam to join the police school or the police academy. And then they caught him with all his GHB crimes and stalking crimes and all this other stuff. And instead of taking accountability for his crimes, he just blames the police. And yeah, so that's his issue. Well, I don't even think Chili still has the dog. I haven't seen or heard Charlie in a long time. Maybe he got smart and ran away and found a family that actually loves him. It won't hurt him on videos. It's just ridiculous the way they behave. And you've got Chili live right now talking about all of his bullshit and the rhetoric that he spews out because Chili himself is too much of a wimp to go out and get arrested. That arrest that we saw a couple months ago, that was just by sheer luck. Like it just happened, thankfully. He's not going to let that happen again. That scares him. Police scare the shit out of him. He doesn't want to get arrested. That's why he's constantly telling his followers what to do. He wants them to go out and get arrested. He wants them to go out and do what he's too afraid to do. And in the end, somebody's going to get hurt or worse. And it's going to be Chili's fault. I mean, yes, those people did it, but it's going to be because of Chili and the things that he has been saying. Now, if nothing happens and nobody gets hurt, Chili's going to expect credit. But if somebody does get hurt or worse, Chili will say, I didn't tell him to do that. Why is he giving me credit for this? Because the credit is due to you. You are the one convincing your followers to be vile trash of earth. Just like he is. Right. He did talk DMA into getting arrested. Absolutely. Okay, so Mark doesn't know the history of Frauditor soft sits. He only became aware when Daryl Brooke went on trial. Wow, okay. How many channels have you watched then in the anti Frauditor group and the Frauditor group? I live stream from my dungeon every day. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so he does have Charlie. Poor dog. Uh, well, I don't know if anybody has told you, but we call them frauditors because they call themselves auditors, and 9 times out of 10, they're fraud. They're committing fraud with their followers and stuff like that. So you put fraud and auditor together, and you get frauditor. Um, though we seem to be seeing that happen on our side as well lately. Hi, C40, welcome. Although DMA is such a cockwobble, he probably would get arrested. He would have, but Chili did talk him in to getting arrested that day, and that was like the worst thing he could have done. And then what did Chili do? What did he do in good old Chili fashion? He told all of his followers to send any donations for his bail to Chili's Vimo, Cash App, and PayPal, not to DMA's, but to Chili's, because that's what Chili does. Chili will do fundraisers for people and keep more than half of the money, and then claims, well, YouTube keeps 33% and I keep whatever percentage. I can't remember what percentage he said it was. And then he gives whatever's left to the other people. And it's like, oh my God, if they even get any of it. From what I understand, and I could be wrong. Again, I am totally fine being wrong. If I'm corrected, awesome. But from what I understand, Lainey Hudson family didn't get any money, even though he did that fundraiser. So like I said, I don't know if that's true, but yeah. Yeah, being a Chili follower is a terrible way to be recognized. Fraud tards, yes. I've probably listened to about 6 channels dealing with soft sits, etc. Yeah, soft sits are an issue too. They're not quite as dangerous as some of these frauditors like Aselmo and Chili. They're more just really dumb. Uh, I think a lot of them just they're told, yeah, you don't have to have a driver's license, you don't have to have insurance or registration because you have the right to travel. You absolutely do have the right to travel by foot, by bike, um, in somebody else's car, by train, by plane, Uber. But when you're behind the wheel, you're not traveling, you're actually driving. You are operating a motor vehicle that is totally different from traveling. Or, I mean, you're still kind of traveling too, yes, but oh, that wheelchair fundraiser was bogus. Absolutely bogus. That person, I can't. There's several people who asked where the wheelchair fund went and if he got his wheelchair, and Chili has yet to even answer. Hey, Bobby Williams, it's really good seeing you here. I haven't seen you in a while either. I need to start going live more. I mean, I'll be working Monday through Friday, but I get off at 6. I can go live at some point for like an hour or so in the evening. I'm not going to say what job it is because there's some people that, on YouTube that don't need to know. Um, but I am using my independent government license again. So, yay. Not an IRS agent this time yet. I'm thankfully so happy about that. Absolutely right. Driving a car is a privilege, not a right. You're right, Sue Bear. When he was offered a free wheelchair and he turned it down and then banned that person, everybody there should have known that this had nothing to do with a wheelchair. And where was this person? Why would you fundraise for somebody and never bring them on your channel? Never call them, never have a sign of life. Like there was no proof of life of this person. Bobby Williams, good. I'm glad. Yes, Mark, they do have cultist nature. Absolutely. They have fetishes of being rebels against the system. Yeah. Yeah, that wheelchair thing was just, I don't know, way too odd. But to be fair, he is saving up money for Hair Club for Men. And I guess before trial, it's a rumor again. I don't know if it's real that he may be going back to Colombia on vacation, but not really coming back from vacation. So I guess it wouldn't be called a vacation, but I could be wrong. That's just what I've heard. There's a bunch of people on Discord trying to hack me and all this wimp stuff, straight butter boys. What are you talking about? I have no clue what you're talking about. Who's trying to hack you on Discord? They watch all the YouTubes. Yes, Chili's trial is in December. They're in Las Vegas because he just had to demand a trial, a jury trial, all because he got himself arrested when he put his hands on the police officer. He should have never done that. And then what does Chili always say? That any cop that tries to put him in quote unquote torture cuffs, they're going to be laid to the ground like he did in his MMA days or whatever. And what we saw was Chili being thrown up against a cop car and crying and begging not to be handcuffed, and then crying and begging the police officer not to take his precious phone. That was awesome. Hey, Bob. Binary tools, yay. Oh, you have a good weekend or a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so who is Esadon Hennessy and her father? I have no clue who you're talking about. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. A bench trial. Yeah, jury trial is so stupid. But he's the one that was actually demanding it when his lawyer, and yes, Chili got a lawyer. From what I hear, he's a pretty cheap lawyer, but still, Chili got a lawyer, even though he is the quote unquote constitutional law scholar. Um, the first time his lawyer went to court is when he said that Chili wanted a jury trial. And the judge said, well, I'm going to give him this long to da 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 da. When you come back, if he still wants a jury trial, we'll set that up. Came back after those 2 weeks, said yes, he wants a jury trial, and well, yeah, but Chili whined his way into a jury trial. Hey, William. Chili claims he will make a gubernational run in some yet to be named state. Oh, yeah, that would become a shit show on a comedy scale of mine. Absolutely. Chili will never become governor, ever. The only way he would even be on the ballot is if somebody writes his name in there. And even then, I hope somebody writes Cholito. C40. It's okay. No, don't be sorry. I just have no clue who you're talking about. I'm sorry that's happening to you, though. That's so not fair. Like, nobody should be hacking anybody's accounts. Just call me Bobby Joe, honey. Okay, Bobby Joe, honey. It sounds weird to me when my whole last name is said when addressed. I have flashbacks when I was a kid. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, it's like Mickey Mouse. Chili got a billboard lawyer. He absolutely did. I thought that was great. Yeah, we all thought he was going to represent himself, like he always does, but I guess he took this a little more serious than we thought he would take it, because normally he just thinks, hey, I'm a constitutional law scholar. I don't need a lawyer. I know everything about the law. Not, but he thinks he does. Okay, so he has a bench trial. Good. In Australia, they don't really have plea deals. What you get charged with is what you get, but there's a lot of latitude on sentencing. Oh, wow, that's actually interesting. I would love to research on that, see the differences between Australia and here. I know, Bobby. What would be funny is if his lawyer was not licensed to practice law just like Chili. I mean, from what I understand, the prosecutors are now, I don't know if they've already done it, but they, I guess, were going to press charges against him for practicing law without a license and for continuously calling himself a constitutional law scholar. He's not a constitutional law scholar. You kind of have to go to school for that and become a constitutional lawyer before you can become a constitutional law scholar. And any person who is a real constitutional law scholar, you can find their name. There's not very many of them. Honestly, I was actually surprised that there's not a lot of them. Every one of their names are listed. And sorry, Jose Maria de Castro, Chili Toledo is not on that list. Hey, Mel Roden. Nice, Mrs. Tom. Yes, I did go to the website and I saw that. He's not an expensive lawyer, which is typical for Chile. I mean, he really doesn't have the money to spend on an expensive lawyer, anyways. But I guess he figured he's going to win. So, but then again, how many court cases has Chile won? I mean, the last I checked, it's a big fat zero. His lawsuits, he loses. Like I said, Chile couldn't win a lawsuit if he sued himself. He's that dumb. One day he will figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what would Chile do if he couldn't go out and harass police anymore. Let's say, hypothetically, goes to court next month and judge flat out says, you're not allowed to film police or society or employees anymore. You're just not allowed to do it. If you do, you're going to prison for 15 years. This is hypothetical. What then would Chile do to be annoying and pathetic? Because I can't figure it out. There's like, he has zero talent. I mean, he tried to be a Power Ranger and failed at that within a week. He tried stalking, and that didn't go too well for him. He tried GHB sales. He's obviously not good with retail. Appeal to the Ninth Court, probably, or Ninth Circuit Court, probably. You know what, Sue Bear? You're right. He probably would go the religion grifting route. Absolutely. I was watching on Netflix. They have a 3-part series on there. What was the name of it? I forget now. I watched it last weekend. The hell was it called? I can't remember. But it's about these people that claimed they can. Oh, it was called Twin Flame, and it's this guy and this girl who met and fell in love, both weird. And then they started telling people that if they pay for these classes, and I think it was like $2,200 per class, and then like $500 for books and all this other stuff, that they too would find their twin flame. And they started doing other businesses on top of it because they were making really good money. And then he realized, if we just call ourselves a religion, we won't have to pay taxes. So that's what they did. They don't really teach you anything. People were like saying, my ex is my twin flame. I know he's my twin flame. And then he would come back and say, yes, that is your twin flame. You have to get him. And the girl was like, but we broke up. He wants nothing to do with me. He actually has a restraining order against me, a protective order. And he's like, protective orders are not true. They're not real. Don't worry about it. You got to get him back. So she, of course, is messaging him and texting and calling, and he's reporting this to the police the whole time. And she goes out for her 30th birthday to this club, and he's there. He thinks she followed him. She got arrested. She actually did 6 months. I think it was 6 months in prison. And that's basically what they do. And then when people were not finding their twin flames, they were saying that they were gay or transgender. And then they were telling like a female, you have the masculine role. So you have to get complete gender surgery. Like this shit's real. This group is really out there still today doing this. I know that the FBI is looking into it, but they're still operating, and it's really gross. They're like really disgusting. To mess with people like that is just so horrible. Anyways, what was the point of that? Yes. People like that, when I was watching this thing on Netflix, this docuseries, The only thing I kept thinking about was, oh my God, that's chilly. That's chilly. He takes what people want to hear and he says it and he manipulates them with whatever he wants them to hear. And then that's how a cult starts. It's crazy, but yes, that is chilly. So when you said, the whole religion thing, I do 100% agree that he would go that route. And what's really bad is he would have people joining his church. He would absolutely do it. And he would do the same thing every cult leader does. They tell everybody the same thing. You have to give up everything. You have to sell your house, you have to empty your bank accounts, you have to sell all of your stuff, and you have to give it to me. All the money. That's what they do. That's how they get you. Once they do that, you have no financial stability to leave if you even wanted to leave. You're stuck, you're screwed. Unless you have family out there that will help you. But even then, you've lost everything and you gave it over to these people. He was showing off his brand new Porsche Cheyenne, like showing it off at the beginning in a video. And it's like, wow, you just lied and manipulated to all these people, causing one of them to actually go through with gender change surgery. And you're gonna you're bragging about all the money you're making off these people, like it's sick. What do you mean he did that with that lady in Ironton? Even though the gender of my husky, well, it's because the husky's not real. You can actually just make up a gender. Chucky, your own dungeon master. Chili would be like the leader of the Heaven's Gate cult. Oh, absolutely. Kind of resembles him too. Had her. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. He did have her sign a power of attorney. I forgot about that. That's right. So that's sad. And what's sad is people actually believe him and trust him enough to go ahead and do it. And that's just, it's sickening. Thankfully, Ask Elmo's not quite as disturbing as Chili. I mean, he's not sitting there trying to manipulate everybody into being his little cult. He's more just focused on himself. I mean, Ask Elmo is way more self-centered than Chili is. Way more self-centered. All they both only care about themselves, but Chili is actively trying to manipulate people into doing his stuff that he's too wimpy to do on his own. As Elmo actually will go out there and get himself arrested. Like he doesn't mind doing the work. Chili doesn't want to do the work. Oh wow, Bobby. Oh. Oh wow. Oh God, Felon. I'm just gonna call you Felon because I can't even say his name without wanting to smash my head into a wall. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I forgot. Like totally forgot that I said this was open panel. So yes, Ass Elmo is just a douchebag. Absolutely, he's a douchehole. He's a douchebag and an asshole. So if anybody wants to come up, I'm totally cool with that. We can talk about whatever. I was thinking about something like what we could talk about that wasn't Frauditor related. And I thought about something when I was in Mass because my phone vibrated in my back pocket. And I was sweating there for a second, thinking, oh, good, I did turn off my ringer because I couldn't remember if I did or not. And I didn't want to check it while I'm standing up. And I was thinking to myself, what would be the most embarrassing ringtone to play while you're sitting in church and it's like completely quiet? Chili, the cult of bedwetters. Yes. Sue Bear, absolutely. Sue me, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't talked to you in a while either. Make sure all y'all have your earplugs just in case you drop. My God. Hey, Twisters Music. Little Toledo is getting ready to leave the country. That is why he's doing all these sales. Oh, absolutely. I literally had just said also that he is planning a trip to Colombia and more than likely will not be returning for his court date. 100%. Oh, yes, Sue Bear. Yes. Because I was thinking push it. And then there was uh, you down with OPP, like stuff like that. I'm like, could you imagine the people's faces if your ringtone was one of those? I never ever thought of the C song. Okay, Sumi, yay, please do. Where's Chili now? Chili is somewhere in the United States. Couch. He's either in his storage shed, his abandoned office building, or somebody's spare room. But he is live right now. And then I got high. Yes. Oh my God, that would be horrible. Running with the devil. Oh wow. Yeah, anything by Motley Crue would probably be pretty, like the early Motley Crue, the first album. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. She's your guardian angel. Who is? I missed it. Let me go back up. Okay, the last thing I saw you say was dropped earplugs. So I know that that's not your guardian angel. I mean, that's what it looks like, Bob. I heard something about that. I can't remember if it was him who said it, or Colin maybe. I don't remember, but yeah, the whole point of him turning his channel into a bunch of crappy infomercial videos, he's trying desperately to sell all his stuff because he needs the money. I think that's what the wheelchair fund actually was for, because, well, there was no guy named Eric who needed a wheelchair. I mean, a free wheelchair was offered, and instead of taking it, Chile banned that person. Uh, and then, yeah, just I also believe a lot of the stuff that he's just giving away for free is because nobody wants to buy it. Nobody's buying his crap. Pour some sugar on me, yes. I thought his court date was before he leaves for Colombia mid-December, but he may run before that. Anyway, to see what flights he may be flying. Ah, yes. I'm good though, y'all. I'm not trying to. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're doing better. I think he mentioned it in his last court date. Yes. Okay. So that is where I heard it. Okay. I couldn't remember. He says so much shit that it's hard to keep track of everything, especially since 99% of everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Yeah, I hear you, Bobby, because I still miss Ollie and Kiki, and I lost them within a month apart, and it's still painful. And that was last year. We lost Ollie in July on July 4th, and then Kiki at the end of August, and it still stings. I have a ton of bad church ringtones I can think of. Jackie, somehow I knew that you would. The No Chilitos ringtone is milkshake. Absolutely. Cheyenne is a pretty name, though. My daughter, who is now my little angel, her name was Freya. Of course, I was still Norse pagan, and therefore the name. Chili misses this criminal court date. I would wager the state of Nevada would be happy to have him extradited, then jail with no bond till trial. So where would he hide then? I don't know if Nevada would actually pay to have him extradited from Colombia, though. That would be a lot of money. I don't know. They might, though. Yeah, he's really pissed off the prosecutors and the judge. America is such a big-hearted place, so accepting, prosperous, and fair-minded. I can't imagine being so miserable. Hmm. I don't know where you heard that from, Mark, but have you been here yet? Hi, Joseph. I recently subscribed to your channel. I love when you make fun of Chili. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's we were just talking about him actually. Oh, this is why nobody likes Chili. Chili, he's just horrible, horrible. Seven Devils by Florence and the Machine. Oh goodness, yes. Oh my God, Felon. I've been to Montana. Oh, so you've been to Montana. Well, at least you went to a beautiful state. And from what I know from being going through Montana, yes, they're very nice people out in Montana. Now, if you want to see what real Americans are like, go to New York, Florida, California. Am I missing a state? Texas. Hit up Georgia too. Maybe around the Atlanta area. Then you might not think the same. Oh, he would definitely re enter in LAX. He would not go back to Nevada. Absolutely not. Yeah, he has. Sumi, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry, Sue Bear. I'm sorry. Hey, I lived in Georgia twice. Once when my dad was stationed at Stewart, and the other time when my ex-husband was stationed at Stewart. So sorry. um, Sumi, yes, I was responding to what you said. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Yeah, the drunk driver. He actually thinks that it should be legal to drink and drive. He thinks all drugs should be legalized, all of them, and well, to drive while under the influence of drugs as well. He thinks that you should be able to go any speed you want on the interstate while holding two phones in each one in each hand with a laptop in your lap. What else? Like he is just the worst kind of person to have. He actually thinks that if he becomes governor, that he will be able to change the state's constitution and get rid of law enforcement in a whole. The governor does not have the authority to do either one of those things, but he sure thinks so. Yes, you are an exception, Sue Bear. Absolutely. Oh, hi, Lisette. Welcome. Hope the judge takes the passport away and puts him on a do not fly. I hope so too. I mean, the prosecutor has, or the DA has already been informed that he's planning on going to vacation, but could possibly be before court or right after court to, I don't think he'll come back. I think he's trying to purposely get out of whatever consequences he's going to have to face. Like, finally, he's going to have to face some serious consequences. Yeah, he did say he'd rather lose a family member to a drunk driver than have a police state. He keeps saying that we live in a police state. He doesn't understand what a police state is. Just like frauditors don't understand what a tyrant really is, nor a Karen. None of them seem to understand any of those definitions. I live in Washington State for 10 years, will not live in Southern California again. I was actually born in Washington State. I've only been there twice. I think the last time I was there I was 13, though. I loved it there. Absolutely loved it. I'm certain that McCarran Airport in Nevada has a pickup chili with a no fly next to it. One can only hope. I'm doing really well now. She left in 2005, and then in 2007, my son was killed. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, Bobby. Yes, you do have a lot of guardian angels. And yes, sue me. He is loco. He won't survive in South America. My mom's cousin met an unfortunate ending, and his mom still don't know what happened. Oh, wow, Sue Bear, that's horrible. But you're right. It'll take him one time of opening that mouth to the wrong person in Colombia, and we may never have to see or hear of him again. My living room is a police state. Oh my God. I love Washington State too. I would love to move back. All of my family is in Washington State. That doesn't mean I want to live really, really close to them, but within a couple hours away, yes, and go visit them whenever. What can we do to get Chili on the no-fly list? Well, Juggy, find out when he's at the airport and tell them that he just told, like, tell them that you were sitting next to him and you're trying to stay anonymous, but that he just told you that he has a bomb in his bag. There you go. No fly list. All they have to do is watch his videos and they'll believe everything you say and nothing he says. Oh my God. Sorry, I did not mean to cough in you guys' ears. I'm still trying to get over a head cold or chest cold. Um, y'all didn't know it, but my YouTube family helps me stay sane, so thank you. Oh, you're welcome. And apparently, there's some tyrants living in felons' compact computer room. Chili's putting himself on the no-fly list. Seriously, that is the easiest way to put him on the no-fly list. Hey, I was sitting next to this weird guy. He's like 5'1", says that he's a constitutional law scholar. He's wearing red Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. Completely annoying. But I don't want anybody to know it was me because he kind of scared me. But he told me he had a bomb in his bag. Guarantee you he won't ever be flying out of the country again. Or anywhere in the country. Oh, Juggy, yeah, the flu hit pretty bad this year. I'm one who never gets the flu shot ever. I don't like getting immunizations at all anyways, but I have said it every year. I don't get the flu shot, and I never get the flu. My mom called me, and she said, "Don't forget to get a flu shot." I'm like, "Since when did I ever get a flu shot?" And I'm not getting one this year either. And she's like, "Tara, the flu's going to be really bad this year." And I'm like, I never get it. Guess what? I got it this year, and it was bad. I suffered horribly for 2 weeks. So, yeah, sounds like mom was right this time. Hot sour Thai soup. I might have to try that. The look on the people in his last Columbia rant was, oh my God, Sue Bear, that video was insane. It was funny at times, like it was okay to laugh, but then there was other times where it was like, is this man even safe to get on the plane with these people? Because he didn't seem like he was safe. And those poor people, could you imagine for 5 seconds here, sitting next to Chili on a plane for more than 3 hours? Actually, more than 45 minutes. Just 45 minutes would drive me nuts. But could you imagine, like, I would pull the emergency door while we're midair, 30,000 feet, and I'd push his ass out. And I guarantee you, everyone on that plane, including the pilot, would thank me. Of course, I could never do that. That's just mean. I would just tell the pilot that he told me that he had a bomb in his back, and I'd have them land and have him taken off the plane. Oh my God, felon. Ew. Can't have the flu shot because of it. Oh, wow. I never got the COVID shot. Same stuff. Well, Mark, I can tell you, I did have the COVID shot, all of them, and the other one, the other thing. And so far, spoons are not sticking to me. I'm not glowing in the dark. Um, I still feel pretty normal, about as normal as I've ever felt. I don't know. And I've never caught COVID. Then again, I used to live 2 miles in the woods on top of a mountain away from all civilization. So it was easy to stay away from people during COVID. Bobby, why are you naked? No, Mark, because Dougie asked how we can get chili on the no-fly list, and that's just the number one way to do it. Bobby, I was gonna say, why are you naked? It makes more sense that you meant to say named. Okay, Sumi, I'll talk to you on Discord later. Or tell them Chili exposed himself. Dad, there's another way. Funny, you should mention that. My dad's name was Martin, but everyone called him Bob. No idea why. Yeah, that would be weird. I mean, Bob is short for several names, but not Martin. So, you didn't ask? I wasn't. I wasn't an obsessed anti-vaxxer. It just seemed a bit off. No, I'm totally like. I have family members that feel that way. It's your choice, your body, your choice. My face is for real red right now. With his stalking charge, he shouldn't be able to. No, I agree. He smells like gunpowder. That would work too. You would think his stalking charge and his protective orders would cause that. I mean, he is, because of the two protective orders he has on him, he's not allowed to own a firearm. That's interesting, Bob. It's cool though, because you've got a cool story out of it. Everybody called your dad Bob and his name was Martin, but you don't know why. So it is pretty cool. I mean, the only thing I ever heard my dad called growing up was Dad, his name, and Sergeant. That was it. He didn't really have any nicknames. Yeah, I've heard of a Robert being called Bob or Rob, but not a Martin. Absolutely. Yeah, he is anti-law. See, that's the thing is, Chili will tell the police the stupidest shit too, because he'll like, well, I'm a law-abiding citizen, but your name is delete laws on YouTube, which means you want to get rid of the laws. And then you say you want to get rid of laws, but that you're not for anarchy. Because Chili doesn't even know what the hell he wants. He's just doing this for attention and money. That's it. Yes, Chili does say he owns guns. He actually does own firearms. Two of them were stolen when his van was stolen or repoed. I'm not sure which one I think it really was stolen because I didn't he show the police report on that. Um, and then the van was found. But yeah, he had two guns in that van that got stolen in wasn't it Colorado? Oh, it's so long ago. It was last year sometime. Who doesn't have a nickname? I do. I've been called Ghost Girl for like over a decade. My cats have nicknames. Super, you have a rebel cat. The mom's minivan was stolen. Yes, because as we all know, Chile does not own a job or a car or vehicle. Period. He does not have a home. He does not have a job. He does not have an education. He does not have real friends. He pays all of those people to be friends with him, and most of his family wants nothing to do with him. Now he was borrowing his sister's van for quite a while until his sister wanted nothing else to do with him anymore. I guess he was also staying with her in Las Vegas until she booted him out. I think the last car he was in, that was a rental. Yes, Juggy. I'm glad you asked because I totally forgot about that. Um, in 3 weeks, hold on, try to remember the exact date. It should be in 3 weeks unless I can find a way to go sooner. I will be going back to Yorktown Memorial Hospital and doing the inside investigation inside of there. Since I've already done the outside one, I still need to get to the inside. I've just been so overly busy. I've been back in Texas for like a little over a month and just too busy to go out to Yorktown. So, yes, that will be coming out. Remind me to send a sympathy card. Hey, Carl's Order of Squirrels. I haven't seen you in forever. One long gun under the match. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chili is all of that because of social. Absolutely, Mild Bill. That is the only reason why Chili is anything. Now, he was something, I guess, pretty big on TikTok before he came over to YouTube. And the only reason he came to YouTube was because he was banned on TikTok for being a complete racist. Horrible, horrible racist. Like, supposedly, Chili is the spokesperson for the black people. I mean, that's what he was saying, wasn't it? Like, he understood them. He was the spokesperson for them. He was going to save them all, according to Chili. It seems that once you get to know Chili, it seems everyone. Oh, absolutely. It doesn't take long to get sick of him and all his bullshit. It really doesn't. Is he kidding? Getting a Brazilian butt lift? Chili's trying to be Kim Kardashian now. Lip injections. Oh, he already gets those. I have a feeling he has somebody come by the house regularly for his lip injections. I wonder if he fills them with Nutella. It would only seem right for Chili to do that. Yes, that's right. He said he was their leader, one of their leaders. That's awesome, Juggy. I'm more than likely at some point after the holidays, and I'm talking like after even Valentine's Day, of going with some bigger YouTube investigators to, hey, I just forgot the name of it. It's here in Texas, Mill. Uh, you might know the name of it. I think I told you about it. Something Mill. It's one of the most haunted places here in Texas. Like it's crazy. People have been like are laying on the bed and they get pulled off of it by like nothing. Um, yeah, can't wait to do that. I've discovered a talent for memeing. Where the hell do I send yours? Carl, I told you go ahead and send it to me on Discord. I thought I messaged you on Discord. I don't watch him unless I'm watching a video from one of you guys. I can't stand. Yeah, I can't stand hearing him talk either. But I do it for you guys. Stu Bear, yes, there's actually a couple of them. The problem with that is, and this is why I try to stay away from like the big, well-known haunted places because they charge so much money for you to go in and investigate. Even if I had the money, I would prefer to go out to these smaller towns that have stuff that nobody's heard of. Like Yorktown is famous. Yes, everybody's heard of that. But there's some places here in Texas I'm going to be going to, and these are just places that nobody has been to or heard of. And I would rather do that than go to these bigger places. The hotels here in San Antonio, in order to even get a room, it's anywhere between $300 and $500 a night. And to get one of the haunted rooms, it's way more because then they know what you're doing and they charge a boatload of money. It's just it's horrible. They cannot find you. Okay, Carl, I will. Are you still using the same Discord you did before? Have you seen the Oregon Rock Door conspiracy story? No, I have not, but I'm gonna have to check that out now. Okay, Carl. I'll message you after the live stream. I'm a chicken. Watch out, I might steal you, Bobby. I think it's fun. Yes, the Clown Museum. You will never catch me at that place. I don't care. You could pay me thousands of dollars to go and investigate that hotel, and I will not go. I am so terrified of clowns. I have been terrified of clowns since I was a kid and saw Ronald McDonald for the first time, Bozo the Clown on TV. You will not catch me at that hotel. No, nope, not going. All right, Carl. That's fine. I'll message you on the new one. You could also email me. My email is on my about page, but it is frauditorreaper@gmail.com. Oh yeah, I love watching it too. My favorites are Twin Paranormal. I love those guys. And then one of my really good friends um, runs the channel, The Paranormal Files, Colin. And then another friend, Andrew, runs Proving Demons. Like they're all awesome. What do you think his percentage of the fundraisers is going? Is he doing a fundraiser right now? I would love to investigate Pennsylvania. There is a lot to investigate in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. I would love to go and investigate the New Jersey Devil in out in the woods. That would be fun to go and do. I mean, there's some stuff here in San Antonio that I wouldn't have to pay for, like the railroads. There's that. I believe it was in the 50s. I can't remember the exact day. It was like 50s, 60s, or 70s. Can't remember. But a bus driver full of students got hit by. I think it was a train or a drunk driver on the railroad tracks. I'd have to look it up. I only read about it once, but the driver lived and eventually killed himself out there. And if you park on top of the railroad tracks and you put baby powder on your trunk and then sit in your car, you can actually feel your car move. And then if you get out and look, there'll be handprints on your trunk, which I have done in Kentucky at Crybaby Bridge, which it seems like every state has a Crybaby Bridge. But some friends and I did that back when I was like 19, when my dad was stationed at Fort Knox. We went there and did it, and it worked. Like it scared the crap out of all of us, but it did work. Yeah, Pennsylvania does rock ghost wise. What are you talking about, Sue Bear? uh, okay. I had an experience in Athens, Georgia. Ironically enough, it was a hotel. I was there for state competition, and the girls and I was in a room, had the door open, and the door all of a sudden closed. Nobody was in the hallway. Did you check and make sure none of the windows were open? All that blah blah stuff that people will ask you about. Because if there was no windows open, then yeah. Oh, it's just the Jersey Devil. That's right. I haven't really done too much digging on the Jersey Devil, but from what I've seen, I would love to go and investigate out there in those woods. No windows were open. Ooh, that would have been creepy. Absolutely. Oh, Mark. Hey, Mark. I should put this out again since it's been so long since I put it out, and I don't know how to pin. Again, this is an open panel, so if anybody wants to come up, you are very welcome to. There it is. I thought about stealing chickens, but I just, oh my God, Felon. I am so, well, as I was running my mouth, I wasn't looking at my phone. I am so sorry, Mark. Yes, I noticed you were here. Sorry. Lots of experience with family visiting me and some other entities. Oh, yeah. My cousin visits quite often. He was murdered by his husband in 2020 on Halloween. And he comes by every so often, checks up on us. Oh wow, Sue Bear. That's awesome. Oh, Mark was just lurking. Mark, you're such a lurker. I can't wait to watch till we watch that video of cops when they arrest someone who is charged with like Oh, yay, Mark.
I thought,
Long
why the
time no
devil not come
talk.
up and say, hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. What's going
It's
on here, then?
been so long since I've gone live.
I know, it feels like ever since I have. I think it's
I
been like
know, I haven't seen you go.
I've been live.
Oh, wow. What about the channel with Mandy? You haven't done that?
No, we've been having some fun with other things that have been going on. So yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've just been
on the back burner for
running around. Well, hopefully you get it going soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
If you come to Pennsylvania, you have to visit the old jail in Jim Thorpe. I've heard of that place. I do want to check that out. Have you gone investigating any more asylums, Mark?
Yeah. I haven't been to an asylum. I've been to a jail. I've been to a hospital.
That's right.
But I've not been to an asylum.
That's right. You went to that jail. That's what it was.
That was great fun. That was.
Oh yeah, I bet. It's always fun going, especially going with other people, because I do everything I do it all by myself.
Yeah.
I would love to go with a group of people. It's just so much more fun then. Then you also have people that may hear something you don't hear, or may notice something you don't notice.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, out of that entire place, the prison that we went to,
mm-hmm.
the most comfortable place and the warmest place that I was in was where they hanged them.
I would not be surprised about that.
That was, I could have stayed in there all night. I was quite happy.
Oh my God.
It sounds bad.
Said nobody else who was in that room ever.
It's like, yeah, a bunch of people died here. They've even got the pictures up on the walls. It's like, these are all people that have been hanged here. It's just like, well, if I see any of them, I'll let you know.
Yes, definitely. That's awesome. Oh, wow. I wish they did that around here, because we have haunted jails from back in the Civil War days. Of course, they don't have their pictures hanging up. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, Savannah is spooky.
I think one place that they were looking at was, and they were talking about prices earlier on, and I think they equated it to about £1,000 an hour.
Oh, wow.
Investigate this one place, and I'm just like, yeah, no, not happening.
No. See, and you've got to think about that for a moment. Are those places really haunted, or are they set up to make money?
Oh, I doubt it. Mind you, I'm the skeptical one on the team anyway, so it's sort of my job to go around and question everything and just be like, yeah, that's not actually anything dodgy. That's just a draft. You opened the door, you did this, you did that.
Yeah.
Escape rooms I've done.
Really?
Actually, during an investigation, there was an escape room there as well. So I was like, all right.
Oh, wow.
We took a break and we went to the escape room. We actually got the fastest time.
Oh, that's awesome.
But they gave us extra time because I started singing sea shanties.
Uh-huh.
And so we got a bit of extra time as well, which really helped.
Those are fun, though. Mrs. Tom says, nope.
The first room that we went into was quite interesting because it was like a really small little cell.
Mm-hmm.
And having about sort of 6 or 7 of us all crammed into this one tiny little room, I was just like, no, I don't mind you people, but
not this close.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to get out of this room.
Yes. There is that 3 foot of bubble space that is yours that nobody should be getting into. Yeah. I don't blame you.
One of them was my ex as well, which was
yeah, that I can understand. Yeah, the UK has some very spooky places.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, considering how old it is.
That one was an old workhouse. Don't know if you know what a workhouse is, but it was basically a place where, particularly back in the Victorian era, they were very popular. If you've ever seen the film Oliver?
Yes.
He came from the workhouse. That's where They sent everybody to
Oh,
that was.
that's what that was.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
They would feed you, and they'd give you a bed sometimes, and that was about it. And you had to work throughout the day doing petty manual.
Yeah.
Weren't very nice
Stuff nobody
places
else would want to do.
Yeah.
Well, no. I like going to like the old asylums and stuff in the UK. I would love to go and do that. Some of these old mansions where crimes have been committed.
Oh yeah, there's some really interesting places.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember
Yeah, I would love to do that.
RAF Cosford the one day actually, and they have a bomber there. It's quite a rare bomber. It's a Lincoln bomber, and one of the, because it's so rare, it was the RAF transfer, I think, to another museum elsewhere, and they didn't want to lose it, so they're like, okay, what can we do to keep this bomber? We've got to keep this bomber.
Right.
So they said, let's invent a poltergeist.
Oh, wow.
So that's what they did. They invented Pete the Poltergeist, as they called him.
Pete the Poltergeist.
Completely fabricated. Nothing had ever gone on with this bomber at all. And
wow.
The interesting thing is then they started getting people coming to investigate it, and they started getting activity around this bomber. Things that were...
Oh, wow.
Switches were being flicked in the aircraft while the hangar was empty, and there was some of the navigation equipment not working, but it made the sounds as though it was working.
Right. So they just invented this poltergeist. They
invented
didn't
this
like set it up or anything.
It somehow seemed to actually
be haunted.
A real bit of activity. And
that's awesome.
So yeah, I went to see this bomber, and I was telling everybody the story about it. It was quite funny.
That is funny.
A museum guide or something. But.
That is funny though, to sit there and say, "Yeah, I don't want people here, so I'm just going to say a poltergeist is here," and then you've got like hundreds of people wanting to go in there.
Yeah, and
that backfired.
They kept the bomber. It's still there to this day.
Wow. Well, good night, Bob. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, we've got a Frauditor Wrangler felon in here. He's been quite funny.
Get you out, Bob. Every time I see anyone called Bob, I just think of Rowan Atkinson doing Bob in
Bob
in Blackadder.
I don't think I've seen that.
Bob.
It's such a funny name if you actually say it a couple times. But then again, any word becomes funny if you say it a couple times.
Oh yeah.
But Bob. That's okay, Sue Bear. I'm fixing to close anyways because I need to make dinner.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I just wanted to come on and say hi before I start working 40 hours a week again on tomorrow. And I don't know when I'll be able to do another live.
Ooh, wow. Well, you have to fill me in on all the juicy details.
Ooh, I will. I've been working on getting this job for a month. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's always great fun job hunting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they approached me, but then I had to do like all these interviews, background check, drug analysis and stuff. So it took forever to get it.
Oh my God. I had a chili con carne for dinner the other day. And the first thing I thought about was chili. I just can't eat it without thinking about chili. And it's
no.
Really?
Well, it's just like, I don't know if you were lurking at the time when I was talking about the docuseries on Netflix called True Flame.
No, I don't think I'd got in by that point. Might be shocked. Yeah. It's certainly turning out to be an interesting background. Is this hostile takeover time? Hostile takeover, yes. Well, welcome to Marcus Sarcastic Law Student After Dark. We're going to piss around until Reaper actually comes back. So anyway, hello everybody. If you don't know me, my name's Mark, obviously. And I love to take over people's streams at random. It's quite funny. I have absolutely no idea what happened to Reaper. Whatever it is, it's funny. And we're going to stay here until she comes back. I'm timing her, by the way. I can't share anything or do anything, so there's a... Kerry. We are doing a hostile takeover of Reaper's stream. Oh good lord, she's back. I wasn't doing anything. I was absolutely hands on heart 100% behaving.
I didn't notice that when my cat came by rubbing on the phone, totally didn't notice that she unplugged my charger, so my phone died. Oh, because I was sitting here talking. I was talking to you and didn't hear a response, and I looked at my phone and it's completely black, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Hey, Carrie.
That has actually happened to me, and I don't even have a cat.
It just unplugs itself.
Can't explain it.
Oh, good. I heard you were a perfect angel. Lisette, do you even know Mark?
She's lying. Well, actually, I wasn't as bad as I normally am when I do hostile takeovers. So.
Oh, thank you. No, but I was telling you. What? Most people what?
I was just going to say, most people tell me to behave. The only problem is they don't actually differentiate. Now, being a lawyer, I differentiate between good behavior and bad behavior.
Oh, absolutely.
And if they tell me to behave, then I'm just going to go with whichever one I fancy, which is most of the time bad behavior.
Well, it's that
they blame me for some reason. Like, you were
for
atrocious.
some reason?
I'm like, well, you told me to behave. I did. I did exactly what you told me to do.
I just didn't say what type of behavior. Oh, wow. Well, Lisette, Mark is a lovely person and a good friend, so I would suggest subscribing to his channel.
Oh, absolutely. By all means.
No, what I was telling you before I went offline, I didn't know if you were lurking, but I was talking about this docuseries on Netflix I just watched called Twin Flames. Yeah. And it's, the cult and everything, and they're creepy and just horrible people. And as I'm watching it, the first person that comes to mind was Chili.
Good Lord, there's a trouble with Chili. Once you, it's kind of like, if you there's a phenomenon. I can't remember the name of the phenomenon or exactly what's involved, but it's essentially, you don't notice that you do something until somebody says that you do it. And then all of a sudden you notice all the time that you're doing this thing. And Chili's very much the same. I find that, as soon as you get down the Chili rabbit hole and you've looked into Chili, you start seeing Chili in everything that goes on. Anything bad that happens, it's just like, that's exactly like that time that Chili did this, or that's like time that Chili did that.
Yeah. Mark's right. You can't unsee it. And I'm going to add, you also cannot unhear it.
Reality.
Yes. He's so disconnected from reality. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a human being that disconnected from reality as he is.
I have, but usually they're also disconnected from life support and in a fridge.
That is true. That is true. Wait, have you taken your bar exam yet?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, I couldn't remember.
A while before I do that. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember when you were doing it because I know that there's a thing going on if you don't pass it with Dan. So that's why I was asking.
I have to finish my qualification within 6 years.
Okay.
And the way I've worked it out, should be doing my final exam for my qualification at 5.5 years.
Okay, good.
So still got a little bit yet.
At home, we call doing something stupid doing a chili. Oh, I've been doing that lately too. And yes, Mrs. Tom, chili is a wannabe cult leader.
I'm not even joking. I have actually started telling people that I did a chili.
Yes.
Usually when I've taken a really big motion in usually something that blocks it bungs the system up.
I just did a chili. Usually we call that
sweet corn in it.
dropping the kids off. But yeah, now it's doing the chili. No, if I do something stupid, I've caught myself, damn it, I just did a chili. Or that's what chili would do. Do not be chili. Please. Never, ever be a chili. Mark's channel is Mark the Sarcastic Law Student.
I'll set the link in the...
Chili passed the bar and kept driving.
I think that's right.
That's perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And then Ask Elmo, he's getting bad too. He's now getting away with everything in a post office now because he is telling police that he has personal permission from the postmaster to film. All because it's on the wall. It's not even on the wall. It doesn't say that.
No. Poster 7 absolutely does not say that.
No.
It says that you need permission from the
exactly
from the postmaster or from somebody who's authorized to give permission, but it doesn't.
Yeah. I have completely given up on posting Poster 7 and breaking it down because I have since memorized it. There's no point in me putting it on screen anymore. I've done it in every Ask Elmo video that he went into a post office, so there's no point in doing it. I've memorized it. I'll just break it down that way.
I remember having the same argument with Rogue Nation. For anybody who's interested, an anagram of Rogue Nation is ruin one goat. I worked that out quite by accident.
Please don't say his name a third time. He's like Beetlejuice.
Which one? Ruin one goat or the other one?
The other one. There's like several people that are like Beetlejuice. I'm trying not to. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped saying the other one's name and just started calling him Felon. Because if I keep saying his name, that said person's going to think that we are doing a complete live stream about him. And no, sorry, you're not that important.
I thought that was after just one time, wasn't it?
Usually, yeah. Because he's always got somebody watching somebody's stream to see if they talk about him. I'm glad that this stream stayed so small. After the last live stream I did, all the problems that happened, like, holy shit. Like, Bad was, I'm going to say it, Bad was in the right. He was provoked on purpose. And, yeah, I'm gonna. You must have, because in the last live stream I had, the Siege of Peace came in and started asking me a question that she already knew the answer to, but kept asking it anyways. And I thought she was asking it to I had Tats, Troll Auditing the Trolls, on my panel. I thought she was asking him, but she was specifically putting my name in there and asking me. Now, she already knew the damn answer. Yes, family's off limits. Why are you asking me that? So Bad in his I'm going to have Reapers back no matter what fashion told her to stop. Well, she said something to him first and he ignored it. I can't remember. But she instigated it from him. He called her the C word. And immediately she ran back to Wrangler's chat and put in the live chat, Reaper's letting Bad call females the C word and blah blah blah. And of course made me look bad. And then there's Kimmy right behind her. Yeah, I was in there, I was watching, I was listening, blah blah blah. It's like, what the hell? And then I had people wanting to leave my channel because I allowed him to say it. And it's like, oh my God. First of all, I didn't even see it when it happened because I was talking with Tat. So wasn't even paying attention to the chat. I didn't see it until I went back and reviewed the live chat. And I'm like, she provoked that out of him. She knew if she kept going after him and myself, that she would get that reaction from him. And well, she got what she came in for.
I've got a random question for you.
Yeah.
What word starts with C, ends in T, is something that's ovular in shape, usually hairy, and excretes a thin whitish liquid?
Yeah, I'm not saying it. I know what word it is. I don't usually
Well, I know
100% don't like that word. I don't approve of it, but when you come in behaving that way on purpose and you get called it, I'm not going to say anything against it. Don't come in behaving like it, you won't get called it. Dad did nothing wrong.
What, you mean coconut?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Don't act like a damn coconut, you won't get called a damn coconut.
It is 100%. Actually a coconut, funnily enough. It's a trick question.
Oh, Mark, you got a sub, a new sub.
Woohoo!
The C word should be used exclusively when driving or when you live in the UK or Australia, where it means something totally different. And I tried to say that to let several people know that too. You have to remember, Bad lives in Australia. He's Australian to the core.
Yeah,
that word is over there doesn't mean the same thing over here. Yes, he knows that, and he meant it in that way to her. But he also says it a lot in other discussions and stuff like that, and people get pissed off about it. And I'm like, you have to remember that word is pretty much equivalent to the word dumbass over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different lingo. And plus, I'm not going to tell people, how to talk and stuff like that. We're all adults.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the internet at the end of the day, if you
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Coconut is a major insult in Australia. Aboriginal, black on the outside, white on the inside. Over here, it's Oreo cookie is an insult. Black on the outside, white on the inside. And that's been told to me by other people. I didn't know that until a couple years ago. I didn't mean to remove that. Thank you for catching it. Huh? Oh, I see now. In Australia, the C word isn't always lighthearted. Right. And I totally get that. But again,
we use it the same as the F word. I mean,
yeah,
it's a noun, an adjective, a verb, an adverb, and all of these types.
Right. I mean, the whole point was she was instigating him. She knew everybody knows how Bad is. His name is Bad. Hello. Don't instigate him on purpose and think you're just going to get love and cuddles. That's not going to happen from him. And if I don't see something happen during the live stream, I promise to go back and review it as long as you bring it to my attention. But if I don't see it, I cannot address it right then and there. So don't.
Apart from me, I absolutely wind Bad up on purpose just for the hell of it. But
oh, absolutely. There's several people that do, and it's funny. But she sent me this like 6-paragraph email. There was like 3 of them about me not dealing with bad when he said it. I didn't respond. It's like, why am I like, there's no point in responding. It was just dumb. So yeah, that was the drama you missed on my last live stream.
Damn. No, it's been a while then. I mean,
yeah, it's been 2 months maybe.
good lord.
Yeah, maybe that long. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. It depends on the situation.
For about a month or so.
The C word is chili.
Oh,
That's
God.
more insulting than the actual C word. My girlfriend, who is white, married a man who is brown. Table decorations, Oreo candy bars, humor. So the fact that I married a Mexican, what is that the same thing, Mrs. Tom? Like, I have no clue. Depends on the situation. Yes, I agree. You know who I haven't seen, gosh, in forever? She has commented on a few of my videos whenever she comes on YouTube. Like, she just disappeared and then comes back once in a blue moon. Was Barbie. I can't remember her full name, but it was Barbie something. Yeah, I haven't seen her. She just like disappeared, and then she'll once in a blue moon come by and comment on a channel and say she misses me, and and then she's gone again. And I'm like, hey, when are you coming back? And then months later, I'll hear from her again.
Yeah, kind of like me at the moment.
I mean, I have some rules, like don't come in here purposely to attack any member of the chat. It's just, there's no reason for any of that. And that's basically what was going on.
I have a simple rule on my channel: don't be a dick. If you're being a dick, mods can do whatever they want.
Yeah, my mods know what to do. You're a mod. Aren't you a mod? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. Well, I had to go through my mod list and remove a bunch of them before the live stream because so much has happened in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had to go through and remove some people, which is fine. I was happy to do it. No big deal.
You just need to clear it.
Yeah. Sometimes it just has to be done. And I actually felt bad removing
Especially
Pokey.
when it's chili.
Oh, yeah. But removing Pokey was, I think, the most heart-wrenching one. But, yeah, he just doesn't know where his head is right now. And it's just, I don't know. Eventually, he'll come back to the side of, I don't know, reality. I hope.
Well, fingers crossed.
He's a good guy. He's just easily manipulated. Eventually, maybe one day.
Yeah, it's one of those things, leave a light on, somebody will find their way back.
Oh, no, you're fine, Mark. And thank you. I'm fixing to get off here anyways. I know I said that already 20 minutes ago. So I can make dinner, and I got to first day of my new job tomorrow. I'm super excited, but now I've got to figure out what time I need to go to bed so I get enough sleep.
I'm keeping her up and causing chaos.
You would.
Yes. Mission accomplished.
It's only 6 here, so I'm good. And now he's going to message me on Discord all night.
Yeah.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
That'd be,
yeah. I just need 4 hours and I'm good. As long as I get my 4 hours, I'm happy.
Just message you like a bugle call or something.
Right. Thank you, Elvin Pyro. Yes, there are no rules in the halfway house. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close this. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
Tom.
absolutely. Well,
But I'll try and do another one this like next weekend or maybe during the week. I know I've got RCIA classes on Wednesday after work, so Wednesday's out. So I'll try and do something at the end of the week or on the weekend. Go live again. But thanks for everybody who came. Like I said, I really am glad it stayed small after last time. It was nice. It was peaceful.
yeah, sometimes it's nice to just have a little chill out stream and just
Yeah.
let your hair down a bit. And
Yeah, I'm glad there was a lot of
do one
people
for a while,
live at the time, so they probably didn't even notice I was live. So that's a good thing. Next time, would you type your email? Yes, I will do that really quick, and then I will end because I'm hungry.
I need to eat actually as well. Thinking about it.
Yes, you do. You.
It's like nearly 12:30 here.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's
You tend to forget to
here. I'm
eat.
from the future.
You are from the future. So is everybody in here from Australia.
Mm-hmm. They're even more
There
in
you
the
go,
future.
Carl. You're welcome, Carl. So what's tomorrow going to be like for me? Does it look good?
It's okay so far.
Okay, good. I'll take that.
It's a little bit chilly, but apart from that, oh damn it, done it
I just had to. No.
again. My heating is broke as well, so it's been broken
Oh
for the last
no.
month and a half. So I'm sat here. I've got this tiny little radiator and this Christmas hoodie that I had from last year. Honestly, I look bloody atrocious, which is why I'm not on camera. I look horrible.
Awesome. I can see you right now.
And I'm just like,
Mark.
oh my god. I
All right,
went
guys.
on camera with the witch the other day, and she
Oh
was like,
no.
"Oh my god, what are you wearing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fully aware that I look like a Christmas pudding, but it's a case of necessity, not wishful thinking or anything like that."
I can only imagine. Oh well, yeah, because you're in summertime in Australia. We're in winter.
Yeah, lucky
It's
devils.
it's actually going to get cold. Well, according to Texans, it's going to get cold this coming week.
Well, it's already
It's
cold
considered
here.
warm for me in the
Mind you,
50s.
this is Wales. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it gets cold there. I
there are
miss snow
even members
already.
of the SAS who turn around and say the worst place to train is Wales. Out of everywhere
Oh
they
wow.
train all over the world, the worst place for it is Wales, because if it's fine if you enjoy being wet, cold,
Right.
miserable, and just feeling disgusting all weekend,
Oh yeah.
covered
That's
in
not
mud.
good.
But that's during the summer. During the
I
winter, it
love
gets even worse.
I love being cold and I love the snow. I just don't want to be wet and cold. Like that's horrible. Alrighty. Well, good night, everybody.
Absolutely.
Those of you on Discord, I'll talk to you at some point later tonight. For everybody else, I will see you when I make another video. I will still be making videos throughout the week. I do get a lunch break.
That's good.
Yes. So I'll probably do it then or at night and then have it set to release in the morning. But okay. I will see everybody later. Bye.
See you later. Bye. Bye.